Hmm.
You know what today's a great day for, Paul?
An Apple event?
Sign up for an Xbox MasterCard.
Yeah. When's the Apple envy going to end, do you think? It's like Apple, signs up with Goldman Sachs.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox signs up with Bob's credit card company.
I don't.
Why?
First off, do
Like,
you see? I think it's only available to insiders, which
okay. Maybe they're test marketing it or something.
I.
Just, guys, please. We
The old
saw
saying
that
goes.
Sony is an insurance company, so we
I was
thought
gonna
we would
say
be.
you had the same place. The old saying goes: you either become an insurance company or a bank, and sometimes both. So
Yep.
you can get some rewards, no annual fee. Yeah.
Yeah, here's an idea. Don't. Just
Yeah.
like all their other promotions, like maybe don't eat those Doritos that look like an Xbox for some reason, or whatever it is, like whatever nonsense they're selling you. Just say no. You don't have to have like branded everything. Stupid.
Somebody said this is a cheap, easy way for us to make some money.
Yeah.
Nothing like holding the dead. And on the third update, it
Or
will
as I
rise
referred
again.
to it correctly on its release, Dead on Arrival.
Well, I mean, we could call. This is a terrible joke. I shouldn't even say this.
Go ahead. I know,
We could
now
call
you
it
have
Dead
to.
on Arrival. That would be Aaron Rodgers on the Jets, right? That's
Right, wow. It couldn't have happened to a better COVID denier. Let's put it
I
that
mean,
way. So F him. But I don't ever want to see anyone hurt, obviously.
yeah.
Of course, that's not true, is it? Anyway, I mean, we might as well just be honest about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Made it 5 plays.
the, to get it back to Android, or in Microsoft, I didn't reread anything I wrote at the time, and things have changed since then. But my central two thoughts were, I don't think putting out a folding display at the time when we had, or a two-screen device with a hinge, at a time when we have folding displays shows any particular smarts or leadership or anything like that. That said, I did and still do think Microsoft needs to have some presence in the Android space. And at the time, I'm sure what I wrote was they need a Surface tablet of some kind, Pro or not. But, in the past couple of years, there's been a lot of work on the software side from Google and its partners to adapt apps and make that part of the platform for all of these form factors, right? So the two screen devices, which are going to go away, the folding devices, which are here to stay, and then also just the big things that are big screen devices like tablets and Chromebooks where you run Android apps. And now that has become better, I think there is a better case to be made for a Microsoft Android-based Surface Pro, or maybe non-Pro, call it something else, Surface-style tablet with a keyboard and all that stuff. I mean, these things are starting to become a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anyways, it's whatever.
Well, they have all the UI work, right? I mean, it's all kind of there.
I do want to point out one like tiny little thing though, Paul.
Mhm.
Oh, you can see didn't realize this was in the shot. My new air filters for my whatever.
Very
Can
exciting.
you see what port that is? Just curious. Could you say for the audio folks? It's,
It looks like a USB-C port.
yeah, it does. Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It'd be
You know what,
fun
though?
to see Apple invent that today.
I know. Look, of all the sins Apple will commit today, them marketing this thing they were forced into doing is, maybe the least
that's going to be the
objectionable.
thing I'm going to watch for most is how they talk about how great this is, knowing behind the scenes, as everybody listening to this does.
They fought it tooth and nail.
Right,
Yeah.
like this isn't something they wanted to do. They were forced to do this.
Yep. Yeah. So on some level, I think a lot of us enjoy Apple being forced to do anything. They won't position it that way, but whatever. You know what? Honestly, it's okay. It's the right thing. It as dumb as this sounds, and it's not 100% true, but it's almost enough to get me to upgrade, right? For the same reason you were discussing yesterday, the day before, or whatever, I guess yesterday, the cables and everything. We already have these things. Like one of the, like bringing like a single, like having to keep track of just a single kind of cable. God, it's huge.
But you know what's dumb about that? What you just said right there. What you just said right there. You know what's
I know.
dumb about Apple's whole cable strategy, unless maybe they're going to change it this year, 'Cause the iPad doesn't support MagSafe or whatever, their little giant puck thing. The one cable problem could have been solved. Well, their watches don't either, I guess.
Which is outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we're dealing with a very small device and it's already battery constrained and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, but I'm sure there's always reasons. But whatever. We're getting there. The reality is, I wrote. This might be right around the same time as Surface Gate and so Surface Pro 4 and whatever, Surface Book 1 maybe. Something about USB. This was the future. It's the standard. Everyone is adopting it except Microsoft. Remember, one of the big issues with Surface for several years was like they're just complete ignorance of USB-C. This doesn't defend Microsoft because this isn't really why they did what they did. But the other thing that comes out on the other side of this is after all these years, so you have USB-C of varying levels. You have USB 4 and Thunderbolt 3, 4, and by the way, 5 was just announced. I don't know if you saw that. Yep. So you have this common port, but you have cables and bricks and devices all of different capacities and different capabilities, and this is still a freaking huge problem. And for example, I brought a Surface Move, which is a portable speaker that does both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, to the Finger Lakes the previous weekend, not last weekend, the one before. And it has this kind of proprietary charging base. It's like a ring that's hardwired to a brick, and I hate it. But it also does USB-C. So I was like, what I want to do is just I want to be able to plug this. I don't want to bring the thing. And I actually went through a series of things. I have this Anker dual port USB-C thing that I use to charge my phones and stuff. I always travel with that too. Plugged it into that. I don't know the capacity. It's got to be in 60 to 80 watt, whatever the hell it is. But didn't do a thing, Laptop charger, that one, actually, no, I didn't try it. I'm sorry. I didn't try that because the laptop I brought has a proprietary port because it's a huge, so I ended up bringing the Ring, right? I think a normal laptop charger would have worked, but yeah, that's the thing. Like we're past the point where you can plug in a cable and blow up a computer. Like that used to be a little bit of a problem, but there's still now at least with Lightning versus USB, you could be like, I know which one's which, right? You can still screw it up. I mean, you bring the wrong cable, but you can look at them and tell, but you can't look at a USB and know. And I really feel like we need to solve this. I asked you this question, remember, months ago. I said, how can you look at a cable and tell me what it does? You can't. Is there a way to plug?
It won't respond, but
can you plug it into something?
Joke.
No, I think there are programs that might
maybe
be able to pull it or something. And I don't know,
Yeah.
This cat's become
Maybe Apple will solve that. That'll be their thing. That's how they're going to fix this.
Yes.
By introducing their own USB-C standard.
I think what they're
Don't put it past them.
No, I think what they're
Call it FireWire.
Well, they did do Lightning and Fire. Yeah, I mean, so they've done it. No, I think what they're going to do is screw it up further because they'll have different color cables. Now, that's one of the rumors, right? Braided cables that match each of the phones. It'll be really pretty. People will love that. I have a yellow phone, yellow cable. But then you're going to get the customer support questions. It's going to come in. It's like, I want to buy a yellow cable, but will it work with my pink iPhone? It's like
scary but true. Like
it's Apple, so maybe not.
Oh God.
Right? No,
will it charge my watch with a blue band if it's a yellow?
Mm-hmm. It's going to be an interesting day, Brad.